James, my cereal. You can catch me at the Diary from Monist. Shout out to the Monist gang. Today we're gonna do things a little bit differently though. I'm gonna play a 3-minute clip that will help me explain 2 ideas that have been itching at me for a while now. But before I play the clip, let me briefly map out the 2 ideas to look out for. The first lesson to look out for is the vision attracts the resources it needs for it to come into being. Just like the seed in the soil attracts all the nutrients it needs from the soil to become a fully grown tree. The second lesson you're gonna need to look out for in this clip is what I think is the burden of human responsibility, which is fulfilling your purpose, and how you completing your purpose creates a bridge for other people to complete their purpose, and how your actions or lack of action has a domino effect within society. Okay, without any further ado, let's get into it.
When I finished matric, I was quite confident that I would get what used to be called then exemption, and therefore would qualify to go into university. I didn't think I would have a problem with getting that, and I was confident that I was going to get a bursary too. But my problem was that at home the situation was quite bad. My mother had stopped working 2 years before my matric. She had lost her job, and by the time I finished what would now be called grade 11, she said she had exhausted all her savings. And so somehow I felt that the society, the community would be thinking that after matric I would now be able to go and work and help my mother, whom the whole community could see was struggling. But I wanted to go and do law, and I was determined, but I felt that I couldn't go unless I made arrangements to make sure that my mother and my brothers and sisters behind would be able to have something to eat. And my mother was not working. She was knitting and selling jerseys, but that wasn't going well. So I decided one Saturday to go to Ikopo, to town, and I approached a certain Indian businessman who owned a certain wholesale shop. I told him my story, said I wanted to go to university and study, but this is the problem. Is there any way he could give me a loan which I would use to support my mother and my siblings, so that after I'd finished my degree, I could then pay him back. Very interestingly, that man didn't even ask me many questions. He said, okay, I can help you, but I can't give you money. I'll give you a voucher, which you must give to your mom. Once a month, she must come to my shop, and she will be given groceries up to the value, I think it was 20 rand, if I'm not mistaken, 20 rand or 40 rand, but that was
a lot of money back then.
Yeah, it was quite some money then. And he said, until you finish your degree, this is what we'll do, and then you can repay it after your degree. So I was very happy. He didn't ask me to sign anything. He just took my word. And my mom could not believe it when I came back from town and told her that I had been able to make arrangements so that they would be able to have groceries while I was studying. And that is what happened for 3 years. And when I'd finished my junior degree, I went back to this man. His name was Mr. Musa, and thanked him and asked him what arrangements we could make for me to pay back. Sorry, Chief Justice. So he said, no, don't worry. Just do to others what I've done to you. And I thought that was very important. And in my own small way, I try to do that.
Okay, so the first lesson is the vision attracts the resources it needs for it to come into being. A lot of people have their goal in mind, but drown in doubt and anxiousness. And because they don't have resources, social network, and access to what they want, as a result they settle for what they know to avoid the fear of the unknown and not make any effort towards it. So a maximum to remember is the vision attracts its resources. Judge Zondo wanted to be a lawyer, but didn't have the resources to support the livelihood of his family in order to be a lawyer. Imagine the thought process behind thinking, I need to shower, I need to get dressed, I need to go to town and ask somebody for this big favor for someone to feed us in a capitalistic society for about 3 to 5 years. The amount of courage, faith, and determination in that thought process to step forward and achieve his dream is commendable. A lot of people want to do something, but because they don't have the capital now, they never ever do. The lesson is, you don't know how you're going to achieve your goal, and that's okay. All you have to do is take the next logical small step and just keep on repeating that process with faith and determination, knowing the vision attracts resources like Judge Zondo did. Cool, so the second lesson is the burden of human responsibility. I've always felt the biggest crime against humanity is refusal to attempt to complete your purpose. Hear me out, here's why. When an individual completes purpose, there's a ripple effect to the rest of society. So the business owner in the clip taking the risk and the daily challenges of running a business and overcoming life's turmoil allowed him to be in a position to help Judge Zondo out to become a judge. As a consequence, Judge Zondo is helping other people out, helping his kids out, who then help other people out, and it now becomes a generational thing with all the lives he touches. The reason it's termed human responsibility is because it's not enough for you to complete your desire at the expense of society. That's how you have horrid people like Leopold II of Belgium. It's human responsibility because you complete your purpose to bridge and build society. Your purpose has to be aligned with love. To allow the flow of well-being within society, you have to become the best version of yourself so that you can give back to society and allow other people to become the best version of themselves like the store owner did. On the flip side of the coin is you have to attempt to complete your purpose wherever you are right now. You have to move forward always regardless. The business owner could have stopped at the first turmoil he got when on his startup. He could have settled. That is a possibility, and if he did, there would be no Judge Zondo as we know him today. That affects a lot of people who he has touched. You have to always do your best to strive for purpose. Literally, society depends on it. This can be as big as the Wright brothers, whose purpose created a domino effect we enjoy today and will enjoy for many more years to come. Or it can be as big as a single mother hustling for her kid to finish high school or to go to university, and that kid to be a doctor, discover medicine, or just be a pharmacist who gives Mrs. Lovu her meds for her well-being. The point is you have to continuously attempt to strive for purpose. You attempting and going against your limits, continuously moving forward in whatever you're doing right now, wherever you are right now, in the name of progress and human responsibility, as seen in the clip, betters society. Even if it's finding a way to earn a little bit more so that you can donate a small bit every month to a charity or to buy a family groceries. Align purpose with love. That's the change you can make in the corner of the universe you're in. Okay, cool. So what other lessons do you think I missed in this video? If you have any topics you want a video to come out on, please hit me up in my DMs. James Mysiri, y'all can catch me at the Diary of a Monist. If you like the content, please like, sub, and comment. Blessings.